Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Hi, everybody. Yes, it
Kathy
is.
and Mark.
You know, we
We're-
love indie film, don't we?
Yeah.
Independent film. Some of the great chestnuts, treasures come from out of nowhere with a low budget. Everybody sort of wears different hats. You might, be craft service, and then you're doing set decoration. Then you're actually play a corpse. That's
What?
Yeah.
Is that your? Are those your?
that's what I did recently.
Art with
Sounds like
catering.
you worked in the entertainment industry.
It does. Sounds like you know that get it done attitude, whatever it takes.
Yes, and the fine folks at Harpoon Productions sent over a screener for a film that's coming out February 23rd called The Bad Shepherd, and it is a lower budget film, and we're excited to see the trailer for it.
Very excited. I like Harpoon because they've given us a few of these kind of genre films, which I love.
Yes,
So, let's take a look.
that's all I
Can
know.
we
about
watch?
it.
Yeah,
Let's check it out.
And
let's see it, then we can talk about it. Okay. Ooh.
You happen to see a young lady walking along the side of the road? She'd have been carrying a duffel bag.
Yo, what's up?
Oh,
She's been
shit.
shot. No, sir.
There's the fork in the road.
Yep.
What are you saying? If we want to keep this money, we need to get rid of that body.
Shit.
What if whoever shot her decides they want the money back?
Exactly. Oh, look who's here.
I believe you gentlemen have something that belongs to me. What does he think we have? I don't think anything. I know it.
People believe they have moral boundaries,
Oh, shit.
lines they will not cross. But in my experience, those lines are imaginary. You do not cross them because you neither have a reason nor an opportunity.
Oh.
We rarely like to accept the consequences of our actions.
I love the blood as type melting into the snow. That was nice.
yeah,
It was a nice touch.
kind of
In the
Fargo-ish and
Yeah.
No Country for Old Men-ish, and like you said, Simple Plan.
Mhm.
That idea of the temptation, it's a very film noir trope, I think,
Yes.
where somebody's presented with something
Yeah.
that's morally dubious, but it's like, if I just do this one thing, I'll be set for life, and my life will be so much easier. I'm not a bad person. It's something that already happened, and I'm just taking advantage. There's so many like levels of morality and I love stories like that, where you put people in a situation where you have to ask, what would you do? Would you?
I love that. I love that.
Exactly.
Fork in the road. Like, what would
Yep.
you do? You find this bag of money.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they killed someone technically. They ran over.
And
this
I
woman.
personally,
She was already
I
shot. Though.
actually
She could have died anyway.
personally, I really like money. So,
I like money. It doesn't seem like me though. What's up with that?
Me too.
I like money, but I'm also a fraidy cat in situations.
Yes, see, me
like
too.
that. And I would not be the person that would steal the money. I would not take the money. I can tell you.
Wait, you're
I
out
would
in
be
the.
the guy-
Think about it, though. You're
I
out in the
know.
middle of nowhere. Looks like she stole it. I'm going to be the other guy in the group, like who's like, "Oh, you need to take the money."
Yeah.
Like we're all in the middle
And
of
I'm like,
nowhere.
no, Kathy, we
This
can't.
woman's shot already, which should also be a clue that you shouldn't take the money. And then we're like
Yeah.
looking around, going, "Who's ever going to know?"
I would always think the rest of my life, someone's gonna
watching your back.
Yes.
the rest of my life. And is that
Yeah.
worth
Yeah.
whatever that, $500,000 or whatever is in there for me? That would be, but
Yeah.
for some people, hey, I'll take a chance. And people get away with this stuff all the time. It does happen. You can get away with it. But
But
I
you know
know
what?
I never would get away with it. And I would
No.
probably be killed by that.
I
guy.
always get caught no matter what I try and do. It's like I become an honest person just by sheer fact. I'm a terrible
But the
criminal.
other
So I'm
thing-
just not.
What you said, Mark, there, the whole thing about living the rest of your life, that is an aspect of film stories, and the noir kind of pulpy kind of crime stories, where you have an everyman person who is presented with the idea of easy bucks. It's like just be the driver, and when we come running out of the bank, all you have to do is drive. And so when the people come running out of the bank, they end up killing some people, and you're now in on it. And it's like, can you live with that? And in a story like that I think is one of the things that really pulls me into a crime drama, where it's not about bad guys who did the shooting and stole the money and got away with it. It's about guys who may not be all that bad, who kind of stumbled into a situation. Temptation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be tempting, and I like to, like, there's it looks like there's levels. Like, we have the initial act, which now everyone has been corrupted by it. So you're never the same after making that decision. And then you also have to worry about everyone else dealing with it. Are they going to deal with it? Are they going to turn you in? Like, you just don't know. And then we take it to the next level. Now the guy whose money it is comes looking for it. Then what do you do?
And he comes pretty quickly too. It's not like, it's like he's there, I can't tell, but maybe
like
a day later or something. Right. So it's like, gosh, this guy's right here. I'm going to give the money back, but then what's going to stop him from just killing me anyway? Like,
we saved your money for you, sir. Here it is.
Yeah, exactly. And what you give it back.
Other guys were about to take it, and we got it for you.
It's so complicated, and too, where it looks like they tie him to a chair, so they get the upper hand at some point. But he does not seem bothered at all. So then you're wondering, does he have a bunch of people in the woods? Like, I feel like how did they think they could ever get away with it? Because like he's in his element. Like he's like, my money, I'm used to doing this shit. I've killed 1 million people, whatever. And they're a bunch of goobers who are like, we just want the money. We're not really criminals, so it's like,
and they don't know what happened. It's like, she could be like Marion Crane in Psycho or something. Maybe she stole this money from the place she works, and then she got shot for some other reason. But then how come the money is still here? It's one of those story. The trailer makes me want to see the movie, which is a good trailer. I just love stories like that. There was one that we saw recently about somebody who, and you see this kind of story too, where somebody is driving along and they hit someone.
Yes.
And they're like,
it's like, look around.
It's going to ruin my life if I have to deal with this. And so they just move the body off the street.
We talked about that film. I remember it was like a Swiss film, or it was a foreign film. Yeah, I love that feeling of like apprehension. And I always say, what would I do?
Like Kathy said, the fork in the road.
Yeah, the fork in the road. I know in this situation, I would never be in a truck in the middle of the woods going camping or hunting. So I know.
Well, let's just do the what if you were. Okay. We don't have to know
but still, I watch it go, what would I do? And I would totally be, oh my God, call the cops right away.
Yes.
We got to come clean and we'll deal with the fallout. I know it's not going to be good. We're going to maybe have to do some time. I don't care. But the other way is just the recipe for disaster, which I'm guessing what happened.
Yeah, it's always a disaster. We've seen Simple Plan, we've seen Shallow Grave, we've seen
seen too many movies about this. We are not going to fall for it. Yeah, we're not going to be that person that's like at the fork in the road lies to the cop. That's where he took the step. If the guy had said, "Yeah, we did," and you know what, we took the money, we were going to bring it to the police. We didn't want to leave the money out there, but you solve your problem.
Keeping it safe.
Yeah.
we the poor woman, we just put her in, we got her off the road so she wouldn't be hit again, and we kind of hid it in the woods so no one would bother it. And then we'll lead you to it while we buried it.
Yeah.
So many things are. Yeah, but you
think we buried her because
stealing from a criminal.
Yeah.
She stole it. She probably stole from another criminal. Who's ever going to find it at this point? Like, it'll be fine. And then you're like, it's never fine. It's never fine.
And the guy shows up like an hour later. Yeah. So it looks really fun. It looks good. It looks like, one of those lower budget sort of contained thrillers, which we love. And it's coming to video on demand February 23rd. So everybody can check it out when it comes out pretty soon.
Love little indie films about crime in the winter.
And it's like you're talking about, Mark, you're saying that these films, they don't have a huge budget, and that's a challenge sometimes for a writer. That somebody's starting out as a writer, and thinking of ideas. You're not necessarily, if you're wanting to make an indie film, you're not necessarily going to write Star Wars or something. You're going to write something that involves locations you have access to, and a few people and some contemporary cars. It's not going to take place in 1954. It's going to take place out right down 2 blocks away, and we're going to shoot it in my house, and we're going to shoot it in your house and with your car, and the clothes that the actor showed up in or whatever. There's a way to do movies, as long as you have that script.
Get that script dialed in and get some good actors. They don't have to be expensive, famous ones. That's what I like about this. It looks like a really tight ensemble, and we get to see them completely like lose their shit. That's
Yeah. So it looks like a one we'll check out, and we'll do a review on it too for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care.